All right, it is now 11 o'clock. This is Cooking
Right.
Care segment with Chef Destiny and Chef Aysa. Chef Aysa in the building today. Hey, Miss Leona, where you been?
Oh, running around.
Where you been? Susan, Pat, where y'all been?
Oh, I've been running around also.
Well, we missed y'all.
Yeah, Miss
I missed you.
The rest of the rest of the week is gonna be good, so y'all don't want to miss no more. Don't forget tomorrow is the Breast Cancer Awareness Day, so wear pink.
Okay.
And don't forget, we're gonna start from Miss Buffy class to all the way to my class.
It's at 10 o'clock.
Good morning. Sent y'all to, I don't want to miss, where's my paper at? 10:30 tomorrow to 11:30 for the breast cancer awareness. And then at 11:30, we'll go right into my class. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Now everybody can see everybody, we good?
We good. Good morning,
right.
Miss Lady.
Good morning. All right, I was gonna get started.
All right, good morning, y'all. Hope everybody's doing okay today. Today I'm gonna share with you a quick recipe on something different that you can do with your fish sticks or your frozen fish patties, just something that's a little bit outside of the box, something give a different flavor profile. Okay. So we're starting off with our store-bought Gordon's frozen fish patties. We are going to create a dry spice mix, and that consists of coriander, cumin, oregano, chili powder, garlic powder, onion powder. I would omit the salt because most frozen products already have salt, so you don't want it to be too salty. And you're just going to heavily season your fish patties and cook it according to the package directions, but heavily season it, okay? So you can have a lot of flavor. While that is going, you are going to make a homemade salsa. I use fresh pineapple, fresh tomato, green onion, fresh jalapeno, fresh garlic, and cilantro. Now, if you do not want, once again, to have the spiciness of the jalapeno, you can de-seed it and you will be left with the flavor, not the heat. So this is my fresh salsa, very vibrant. I also use fresh red peppers, okay? A little squeeze of lime juice. And when making salsa, you want to heavily salt it because it's going to draw the moisture out of the veggies, out of the fruit, and it's going to give you that good, for lack of a better word, I guess we could call it pot liquor, that good. I hope y'all can see that juice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I also have some canned corn that I just drained. That's going to give us sweet, crisp bites in our fish burrito because that is what we're about to make here. I also have some fresh lime and I zested it, so I have the lime zest. When you are zesting citrus, you do not want to go to the white because the white is what's going to be bitter. So make sure you just stay on the surface. And then I'm using tortillas about this size. Now, once your fish has cooked, you set them to the side. You chop up your fish patties. When it's still warm, squeeze it with a little bit of lime. Hit it with a little bit of your zest because our fish patties are going to resemble like a fried fish taco or a fried fish burrito. So we're trying to give it as much flavor as possible. For the burritos, a little trick, you can double your burritos so that your burritos don't get soggy when you start to roll it because the salsa has a little bit of moisture, so you don't want your burritos to get soggy. So you would roll it like that. So we're gonna cut up our fish. You will put the fish on the bottom of the burritos, top it with some salsa, some corn, a little squeeze of lime juice. Destiny did a section where she taught y'all how to roll a burrito. So you would just tuck and roll very good. And let me show you the finished product. Like I said, this is just something simple to do with a fish patty. Can y'all see that burrito? You have a fish burrito inside. You have your vegetables, your pop of corn, and we just use store-bought Gordon's fish sandwich patties that we doctored up. Are there any questions? I hope y'all can see that. Are there any questions about this dish?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you with your fish. Okay, you say you season it heavily. You season it while it's frozen, or you let it thaw out?
I seasoned it, excuse me, while it was frozen,
While it's frozen.
and then I cooked it.
Oh, okay. All right. thank you.
Heavily seasoned it.
Because they're
Okay.
breaded,
'Cause they're-
frozen, so
yeah.
you can't let them thaw out like
Mhm.
raw fish. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
So
just
you
a little
you
step
cook
up.
them?
Because some of that store-bought breaded fish, you know, I know from a child, I probably ain't ate it since a child, unless I do something like that to it.
Oh, okay. Okay, how you cook the fish then? I missed that. How you cook the fish?
You're gonna cook it according to the package directions,
But in the
Yeah,
oven,
but in the oven though, we're not frying it.
In the oven. Okay, oh, that's what I missed. Okay, in the oven. Okay.
because it don't make no sense if it's already breaded, they pretty much flash fried it, so you'll just be adding extra calories to yourself frying it again. So
Okay,
I would always bake those, unless you just want that extra crispiness, then yeah, you can still fry it, but it's
Okay, bake.
not
Okay, bake.
necessary.
Go to directions. Okay. All right, thank you.
You're welcome, that's all I have today for you guys.
Okay.
Thank
Oh,
you.
You're welcome. I received another recipe yesterday.
Yay.
So next week, because the rest of this week is kind of gone already, because tomorrow is the breast cancer awareness program, and then Friday is informational talk. So we're gonna do the recipes next week. My auntie Pam, your squash recipe, Chef Aja's gonna make that. And then I'm gonna do, Miss Betty sent me a sour cream pound cake. And she wants me to make a caramel icing with that. So we're gonna do that sometime next week.
Okay.
It can
all
be
right,
any recipe
so-
you want to send. Excuse me, Destiny, Jeff.
Uh-huh.
We can send it any recipe that we want to send in.
Yeah, any ones that y'all want us to see make. It don't matter if it's your old grandma's recipe, your recipe, a recipe you saw out of a book. It don't matter. I just like to include y'all, even though we're not in the same area. We can still, you know, do things to participate and include some of your own personal
Oh, okay.
skills and techniques and stuff that you guys like. I like for this class to be very like we a family, like I do at work anyway. So
Okay.
yes, send me your recipe.
Do that.
A clue from you, and I'm experimenting this week. I'm gonna do a chocolate sour cream sakatumi cake.
Oh, you.
Oh, you should.
And where are we supposed to pick that up
Can't stay in my house.
from? All right.
Oh,
Y'all heard we a family now, y'all. We a gang. I'm telling you, gang.
Hey.
So, okay, I'm doing 2 biscuit recipes for y'all today.
Hmm.
We're gonna do a sweet and a savory. So for the sweet, we're gonna be making, who's heard of monkey bread?
Oh yeah, I have.
I have.
My grandma in Ohio, my last grandmother, she makes it all the time. But this is the
Hey,
cheap way to make it. So I just got some. Whoever on your phone, mute your phone, please.
look at my class.
You in school right now.
Yeah.
Thank you for my Halloween plates and that. Appreciate it.
Miss Peggy, Juliet.
get out that phone.
Yes, yes.
You can't mute us.
Please. We're gonna have to meet her. Sorry, y'all.
Thank
So I got the jumbo grands.
Juliet, Juliet,
Yeah.
we could hear you.
Juliet. Okay. Everybody else, like, y'all still with me?
Yes.
All right, so I got some, I told y'all about this a while back. They got some Hawaiian roll style biscuits now. And they're delicious.
What?
Yes, I know. So we're just gonna take our biscuit dough and we're gonna cut them into quarters. It don't matter what size you use, this depending on what size bun pan or you're gonna be using to bake them in. So I got 2 cans of the small biscuit dough, and this is the Hawaiian roll biscuit dough. So we're gonna just take them and cut them into quarters, which means this way and that way. And get you a bowl. Just toss them off in your bowl. But you want them separated, so. Okay. And then you're gonna need a mixture of, and I would just start off with 1 cup of brown sugar and regular sugar, and then about a tablespoon of cinnamon and a teaspoon of nutmeg. And you're gonna mix that together, which I have mixed it in here. Now you can put it in a bag, because you can, if you got a big enough Ziploc bag, you can do this in a Ziploc bag instead of a bowl. And we're gonna toss this in the sugar mixture with some butter.
Wow.
It's so much you can do with biscuit though. Like everybody, you don't have to be making everything from scratch. Because I don't be feeling like it sometimes. All right, so I'm gonna toss these around, and it don't matter. The more, the better. The stickier they're gonna be. So I just did about 2 handfuls right there. I got some butter right here. It was more melted. And I'm just gonna roll them around in here. And this is what it should look like when you're done tossing it. Everybody can see that?
Yes.
Okay. So you want to spray your bun pan really good. And you typically will use a smaller one for just that amount of dough, but I had to bake the finished product in that. You just gonna spray it really well. And then you're gonna just sprinkle them in there. And it's gonna rise, so. And when they, after this, you can drizzle a little more butter on there. So that's what it should look like inside of your pan. You want them together because it's gonna bake and rise. Now we're gonna pretend we put that in our imaginary oven. And this is what you get when you're done. I forgot this, so I'm gonna just flip it. And only one of them stuck. I'll let Aysa taste it so she can let y'all know. Can y'all see that? She'll bring it up there for y'all. And I'm Let me bring over this. Now you can add caramel to this.
Oh, wow.
Eat it just like it is.
Yeah, I can see that.
You can
Yes,
open it
yes.
up and eat it.
Hey,
How is it, Aysa? All right, so we're gonna get questions about that.
Destiny,
Yes, ma'am.
how much sugar did you say use?
A cup of brown sugar and a cup of white sugar.
Okay.
But
thank
like I
you.
said, you see how much I still got left over for anything
Okay.
else I need to use. You don't have to use it all.
Okay,
But,
thank you.
want them to get that, you want that sugar and butter to saturate down in those biscuits. So that's
All
why I
right.
said,
Okay,
it doesn't
thank
matter
you.
if you use a lot or a little. You're welcome.
Can you put nuts in that if you want
You
to?
can put nuts, raisins, whatever you want in here. And I would typically eat it warm and drizzle some caramel on it.
Uh-oh.
All right, so for our savory biscuit recipe, we will be making biscuit muffins. And I've kind of showed y'all a couple other recipes like this before. So for this one, you're gonna need pizza cheese, pizza sauce. I got sausage, pepperoni, and I diced and sauteed some mushrooms, bell peppers, and onions. So for this one, and I'm gonna use my little muffin tin. I couldn't find my muffin cups, but this don't stick. So you're gonna take your dough. Now you can either use a rolling pin and you can roll it out, or you can just simply use your hand and stretch it out. But you want to stretch it because we're gonna be stuffing it and then folding it back over. So about that much of a stretch.
Wow, okay.
But you can get it a little thinner with the rolling pin, but that's up to you. You don't have to have it. I'm just gonna take a teaspoon of sauce. You don't need much because these gotta get filled up. Taking about 2 or 3 pepperonis, some of my vegetable mix, and some of my cheese, and I'm gonna come up closer so y'all can see me roll it. Okay, so right now it's looking like this, and we're gonna just fold each corner in and pinch. Because this is going in your muffin pan. Because these are stuffed biscuit muffins. So, when you get done, it should look like that, kind of like a dumpling. How you do a dumpling, everybody can see that?
Yes.
And you're gonna flip that seam side down into your muffin pan or your muffin cup. So it should look like that.
Okay.
Gonna do a couple more. And you could do veggie, chicken, whatever kind you want. You get that total number of people in class to write it right here. All right, we're gonna stretch another one out. Any questions so far? Oh, and you can also do this with seafood. And a white sauce instead of a red sauce. Or cheese or no cheese, up to you.
When you say seafood, do you cook that first?
Cook everything that you're gonna stuff inside of it first.
Gotcha.
So you will I sauteed my sausage and my vegetables before.
Okay.
Because the biscuit dough, only takes about 6 to 8 minutes to cook. So if the rest of your stuff inside of it ain't done, it's not gonna come out right. So
Okay.
yes, please pre-cook anything that you're gonna be stuffing in there.
Bessie, do you ever get any soggy ones if some of the meat is sort of succulent and juicy? Some of the meat has a lot of broth that it puts out, of grease.
That's why you cook it first. See, I drained all of my grease out of my sausage when I cooked it. Same as with my vegetables, and I didn't use butter, I used olive oil. So yes, but that biscuit dough is gonna hold in that moisture or whatever you put in, they won't be soggy.
We want to get you on the screen. We like it. This show is called Rentervention. It's a lot.
But we just flattening it out again, and like I said, you're not comfortable doing it this way, by all means, use the rolling pin. I wish we had a camera that could zoom in.
And you definitely don't want to use a flake biscuits, right?
Yeah, I would use the buttermilk biscuits for these because the flaky ones is gonna, make those different layers.
Right.
And we don't want that for this recipe. So now that I have all of them in here, I'm going to brush them with some butter, or you can brush them with an egg wash. That's up to you. Now, I couldn't find the everything bagel seasoning, if y'all know what that is.
No.
Make our own. I got some sesame seeds, and I'm gonna sprinkle that right on top. And at this point, this is just for aesthetics. This is just for looks.
Right.
And when they come out, you can brush them with honey, some more butter, depending on what you stuffed inside of them. Because these can be, again, I think before we did breakfast ones. So these are savory ones. So y'all can see the look. Y'all see that?
Yes.
All right. So I'll show you the finished product.
A woman who was young had COVID-19. I remember her because she had a bracelet that had the names of her children. She asked me.
And voila. These are our biscuit muffins. I'm going to show y'all. Look at that.
Yes.
Isn't that so cute? That's a good idea for a breakfast or brunch. Anytime you got family coming over or kids, you can let them eat it. Also took just a doily, and I just bunched it around there for a different look. If you didn't have no muffin cups, these will work just as fine, and they're cute, and you can serve them just like that with a side of marinara sauce, or if they're breakfast style, serve with a side of jelly or something like that. I'll cut one in half so y'all can see it. And they're moist, they're soft. So that's what they're looking like on the inside.
Okay. Awesome.
This is the sausage one. Sausage with cheese and vegetables and marinara. And we're at the end of our class. We got 6 minutes left. You want to taste this? Serve it with marinara. Yeah, that's the sausage. And
It's delicious, y'all.
No.
Of course, by all means, use the Pillsbury. I love Pillsbury, but if you want to make your biscuits from scratch, you could, or not, or just do these like this. You could do these with the grandkids. You could do these by yourself. And this is great little This is a meal right here.
How long did you say you cook them until it turns brown?
You said what now?
You cook them until
I cook them for about 8 to 10 minutes, just as long as you cook the biscuits.
Okay.
Whatever the recipe says on the biscuit recipe, that's how long you cook them for, because like I said before, all of your stuffing is already done.
Right.
What I'm trying to do is build the shape of the muffin and cook the biscuit.
Okay.
I hope y'all enjoyed these recipes. They're very light, very delicious from the monkey bread. And I have a lot of more biscuit recipes for y'all that is gonna be so easy versus just doing the regular stuff when you do breakfast. You got Thanksgiving coming up, you got Christmas coming up. Show off some of your skills you learning in class and show up to your family function with something cute and different. And believe you me, they'll be jealous, but they'll be eating it too. We got any questions today or concerns? And don't forget to clean as you go.
Destiny.
Yes, ma'am.
I tried the Pillsbury cornbread muffins.
Oh, how were they?
They got that Publix has them.
Okay.
That would be excellent for that recipe because they're not real cornbready. You know, the kind of stays like.
You know what would be good in those? We could stuff those with chili or something. I'm gonna, you said they're at Publix?
They're at Publix.
Okay.
Yeah, but Pillsbury cornbread muffins.
Well, too, if y'all want to buy me some and donate it to me, just tell me when you're gonna roll up here and I'll come outside and grab them. So anything y'all really want to donate, because a lot of seniors have been donating groceries to me, you know, because they don't want to throw them out or they got too much excess. And we definitely can use it. We only get a small budget, a monthly budget to do all of this. So yes, whatever you don't need or don't want or you might throw away, give it to me.
Okay.
But that's all we got for today. Don't forget tomorrow, please wear your pink. Set your reminder or something. Wear your pink, and we're gonna have a good celebration tomorrow, starting with Miss Buffy's class, and that's gonna last an hour, and then we're gonna go straight into my class.
Destiny, I went and voted today at the Perry Homes library location, and it was just simply wonderful. They've got extra seating there. There were no long lines. It was flowing so smoothly. I was like number 15, and it took me about 15 minutes to vote.
Okay, good. Yeah, a lot of
in and out, and it was just a voting. But I ask everybody to check your ballot because on mine, one popped on mine, and I'm like, "Ooh, I didn't vote for this person." So I went and changed it.
Oh wow! Yeah, everybody be careful, especially this year's voting, because it seems like it's gonna make a.
Yeah,
well, every year it makes a
I
big.
might have voted for that person, but I said, "Ooh, I would never vote for this person." The tax commissioner. So I just went ahead and changed it and did. It was just so wonderful. It was a beautiful morning too.
What time of morning did you go?
In at about 9:30. Right, I got back in time at home to go to my Word Up class. So, and I had to drive from my house now all the way over to Perry Boulevard and Hollywood Road. But it was such a lovely experience. They have poll watchers from Fulton County there. And one gentleman who tried to be a poll watcher on his own, they had to hurry up and talk to him and said he was not allowed to disturb the line. It was
Fulton County is heavily, they got all of us actually since early this summer doing a lot with the elections. We're doing it now, we'll be doing it in November. But yeah, they are telling you to try to do early voting or do a ballot voting. So on that day, it won't be as much. I'm sure it's gonna be still a little crazy and packed, but they're getting help from all of Fulton County and every other place to help with elections.
But everyone had on masks. Everyone had to have a mask. Everybody had to have their ID. There's no loitering around the areas at all. So I think Fulton County has the location I went to, and I went past C.T. Martin's Adamsville, and it was organized. I just don't go there. But I didn't see more than 20, 30 people flowing through that line early too. I had to pass by there to get to where I was going.
Okay. I enjoyed you guys today. We'll see you tomorrow. It's gonna be very exciting. Got some good pink recipes for y'all tomorrow. Me and Aysa. And see, our class is getting bigger. I think we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Awesome.
10 people today.
Yay!
On my screen.
Excited. Thank y'all for joining the class. Make sure y'all tell anybody who wants to get on, who's not working, or some who has the time to get on and watch. We do some very good informational sessions. This week gonna be spicy. This Buffy class already talked about some sex stuff yesterday, and we gonna piggyback off of that. So Friday's gonna be very good. Y'all don't want to miss that class, and definitely not tomorrow. And don't forget to be getting your costumes together and your pumpkins for the 30th. For the fall masquerade. Keep checking your emails. Auntie, I sent you the new schedule, so check your email. I sent it today. See y'all next time. Be safe out there. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
All right.
Thank you.